Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2026 Honda Passport. This is a Trailsport Elite. It's finished off in sunset orange, and the MSRP is just over $54,000. With the Elite package, you get Trail Watch, which is the forward-facing camera. This model also has the factory tow hitch. Of course, you get all of the badging too, and the interior trim accents. So let's start off with what this is powered by, which is the naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6. This is paired to a 10-speed automatic. It pumps out 285 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque. It's all-wheel drive. It'll do 0 to 60 in around 7 seconds. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking at 18 in the city and 23 out on the highway. Now with the Trailsport package as well, in general, all of those accents are going to be orange. So for this specific model, they are body colored, which is nice to see. So the Honda badge is also a sensor for distance pacing. You have another sensor underneath along with that camera. Passport is also stamped in the bodywork, which is a neat accent. There's a very large design for the dark housings with the LEDs along with fog lights down below. There's also parking sensors. You do get skid plates underneath for that underside protection. There's also 2 tow hooks as well. That brushed accent running in the middle, and then this trim accent here on the hood with some lines running down both sides. Now as we move on to the side, being the Trailsport, this is going to offer this grabber all-terrain tire. So it's a little bit more grippy, still something for daily driving to drive out on the road, of course. And then there's the gloss black wheels. You'll notice too, there's some plastic for the fender arches, which continues from the bumper and it goes to the lower side skirt. This also has a camera and a turn signal with gloss black for the mirror cap. You'll notice too, a roof rack up top along with a full moonroof. So if you're doing some adventures, you have an area to place additional items. There's also gloss black for the door handles as well. And with the latest Passport, it has that boxy design to it, but I think all of their proportions are really nice. There's a wiper blade in back, LEDs for the lighting. Passport is stamped in the lower section. There's the camera, parking sensors, factory hitch allows this to tow up to 5,000 pounds. And this also has remote start. So you can use the key fob to activate that, or the exhaust is very well hidden on this driver's side. So that way, if you do take this off the pavement, that is something that is hidden and out of the way. Now to gain access to your cargo, you can use the control underneath, the key fob, or you have the hands-free option. So with a quick motion and kick, that will open or close. And the Passport is a 2-row SUV. You have a lot of space in this cargo area. Full-size spare storage on that left side. There's even storage bins where you can place additional items. You have a 12-volt, and then I'll come back to that control. You can fold down the back seats as well for even more storage. There's tie-down hooks too, and you can place in the cover if you need to. Now with this control here, you can push on this, grab your items, and then walk away. So instead of pushing the button up top, you could use the foot sensor as well, but that is a nice additional option to see for the liftgate design. Now this also has proximity door handles, and then there's the rear sunshades. You have plenty of storage with some nice trim accents, and then more orange stitching for these seats. Now you can easily fold these flat to fit in much larger items. And then at 5'10", I have no complaints. Lots of leg room, there's storage pockets, these are heated seats, all of your temperature adjustments along with auxiliaries and vents there. And I have about 2.5 or 3 inches of headroom. So you can be much taller than me and fit in the back. You have plenty of room for a car seat and anyone who needs to go for a ride. Up front, this gets memory seating adjustments. You have all of your controls, more storage in the door, and then you get Trailsport in the headrest. And they are automatic seats, which is nice. Now this has a full leather steering wheel with more of the stitching. It's also heated. There's tuning, volume, voice commands, your cruise control settings, lane keeping assist, and then 2 rotary dials. One for the left side of the screen and one for the right. So you can go through all of your audio on this left side and then go through some more information on the right. So you have daily driving information, you have navigation, and then there's some off-roading settings that you can get into as well. So definitely quite a lot to go through with the digital gauge cluster. And then there's paddle shifters too. So that way you can use those as needed. Now to the left, there's a liftgate release, rear defroster, 1 air vent, Bose for the audio. And then with the large infotainment system, you can go through all of these icons here, depending on what you would like to get into. and you also have a split view, so you can pull up information on that right side as well. You can get your maps. There's also Apple CarPlay, and then volume underneath that. Passport is stamped in that trim accent. There's vents underneath that, and then you have fan speed and temperature dials where you can also get into your rear settings as well and further adjust those. You have heated and ventilated seats where you'd like the air to go, defrosters too. There's wireless charging with lots of space. You have auxiliaries, some additional storage. There's cup holders too. And then this is your gear selector. So you push on D or S for drive or sport mode, and then you pull back for reverse. So in reverse, you have the backup camera where you can go through a few different angles with that top-down view. If you put this into drive, and then you also put it into the trail mode, and then start moving slightly forwards, you can bring up the forward-facing angle. It's going to give you a lot more visibility, of course, especially when you are off the pavement. So you would have to put it into trail mode in order to bring up that camera system. And then you have a few others that you can get into just depending on the power that you need for the all-wheel drive system. And then you also have engine start-stop, downhill assist, auto hold in the e-brake, lots of storage in the armrest, plenty in the glove box where your passenger also has more storage up top. There's the rear view, sunglass holder, dome lights, and controls for both the sunroof and sunshade. And then here's a look at visibility where it's very easy to see over both shoulders. And I will put it into sport mode now, and from second gear, here we go. Just a small acceleration. You can use the paddle shifters if you need to. Really, for daily driving, they're not all that necessary. If you're going off-road, maybe you want to hold the gear or you do happen to tow with it, they are going to be more beneficial in those driving situations. But you do have them for normal driving if you want to use them along with the different driving modes. So sport mode is going to give you a little bit better throttle input, and then of course you have eco and then the rest for off-roading to help give you that grip needed for those situations. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the latest Passport. I definitely like the size of the screen, very easy to go through. It's also simple too. It gives you everything that you need, and there's no extra bells and whistles. Super user-friendly and easy to go through, and that's basically all you need, especially being able to pair your phone. You are set to go. But it's a great vehicle. Like I said, super comfortable, very refined feeling, which is nice. We do have some plastic, but there's soft touch materials as well, including the entire dash, just to give it a great look and a nice feel too. And then not overcomplicated with the rest of the controls. So especially while driving, you can easily reach down. You don't even have to look. As long as you memorize where these knobs are, I'm still able to keep my eyes on traffic. So even controls like that are super nice to see. But the drive is great. If you're looking for a vehicle that could be your only vehicle for several years, it's definitely a great option to go with, and one that's just going to be great, especially if you're going hiking, camping, adventures like that, where you're going off the pavement. You have a model with a little bit more ground clearance to help you, and that all-wheel drive system to feel confident in being able to go on those adventures. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2026 Honda Passport. Once again, huge shout out to Honda of Huntersville for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.